Nosy, bossy, condescending, judgmental, and... Is that my folklore book? He pointed at the book. Shit. No. I can see it, Ellen, he countered. He likes the pictures. Which was true. So did she. Which aren't child-friendly. It was a statement with a hint of exasperation, the way he always spoke. We're not looking at those, she pointed out, holding up the book for him. Forget the pictures. He pushed off the doorframe and crossed over to her, taking the book and sitting on the footstool. You think historical serial killers make for a good bedtime story? I don't. Oscar rolled over, going limp with sleep in her arms, sidetracking her rising temper. We were talking about the wolf picture. Only, she whispered. Oscar's growl was sleepy, earning a smile from Hollis. You dream of being a big wolf, Oscar, she whispered in his ear. A big, proud wolf, running through the mountains with your mother and your father and your mighty pack. Run, and howl at the moon. She tucked him close. Got him? Hollis asked. She glared. Of course she had him. And his slight, solid weight was all that was keeping her grounded. The air was alive with energy. Electrifying, agitating. The impending full moon and the call to hunt singing in her veins. But instinct and her wolf told her this was where they were needed. Here, protecting Oscar, no matter what was happening beyond the walls of her temporary home prison. Instead of carrying him to his crib, she rocked him a little longer. Hollis sat quietly, his attention wandering to the low burning fire in the grate. The longer he sat, still and quiet, the harder it was to ignore him. He was an odd man, favoring his intellect over his instinct and arguing against the very existence of his wolf, which was one of the reasons he bothered her so. To choose to be an outcast in his own pack, an honorable and fierce pack, one to be proud of, and to refuse the gifts that lived inside of him? It was wrong. What? His gaze met hers. You're staring. I'm thinking about what a fool you are. She closed her eyes, resting her head against the chair. Did you need something? Or are you here purely to irritate me? He sighed but didn't answer. She got a lot of sighs from him. This time it felt different. Tense, uneasy. Hollis was rarely uneasy. For all his ridiculousness over denying who and what he was, his intellect was staggering. His ability to sift through and filter only pertinent information, no matter the circumstances or stakes, was something she admired. Not that she'd ever admit as much. Something is about to happen. It wasn't a question. Eyes opened, she studied him. That's a very broad statement. His grin was reluctant but disarming. He didn't smile often. He didn't emote, really. Making even the slightest expression was rewarding. Not that she was going to dwell on his devilish grin. Can you be more specific? The shake of his head was quick. Just a feeling. Your wolf? She wasn't about to let him off the hook. He's trying to warn you. Listen. It must be important. That earned her an eye roll. Or it could be that I think this expedition into the city is a mistake. Too many things could go wrong. Ellen agreed. This pack was fearsome, but young. Finn, their alpha, had yet to truly assume dominance over this pack. He'd have to in order to defeat their enemy. And, like it or not, defeating the others was the only option. They were led by a wolf twisted beyond salvation. Cyrus. He instilled fear into the others, doling out brute punishment with just enough praise to keep the pack hopeful of earning his approval. Pointless, she knew, but surprisingly successful. The pack was fanatically devoted to their alpha. They would never yield, never listen to reason or accept that the world beyond their warped, cold pack still contained good. Oscar's soft groan pulled at her heart.